Hello. I'll just do that there. Just getting the laptop set up here, or the Chromebook here on the left here. Here we are. So we just saw in the other stream that was good, good content by Clay. I missed sort of the last 10 minutes of it because over here is where I was watching Clay. I was getting this set up here, and the battery died in the mouse, so I had to find my old wired mouse. So hopefully we get a few people watching. So it'll be interesting how Phil Kessel does, but sometimes experienced guys like that can make a difference. Like, yeah, I think he will sign. Like, I think he will sign, because even to have an experienced person like that just around the team could be beneficial for the young players. Like, but like, we're not going to give him millions of dollars. I think it'd be like maybe $1.5 million. Like, but it's prorated, which that means, like, even though it's like 1.5 million for the year, it's prorated, so he'll get about like 800,000 for the rest of the year. Like, oh yeah, who comes out? Yeah, who comes out? That's a great question. I don't think they'll trade anyone. They'd have to send someone down to Abbotsford that's eligible to go down without clearing waivers.
So great to have you as part of the game.
Yeah, that's the key thing, right? Without having to.
On the slate for this first hole today. Let's rip this one in the middle of the fairway and take it from there.
Yeah, because the trade deadline's coming up too in early March.
Good stuff. And this one's about 140 yards or so to the pin.
So when's the Canucks next game? Is it Friday or?
Oh, if we can get a kick left, it'd be nice.
Oh, Thursday. Oh, thanks. And that's in Vancouver, obviously. Oh, that's the Detroit game, is it? Yeah, that's the one Clay gave the tickets away.
All right, if you can sink this, snatch a birdie and be on our way.
I'm just gonna, just a sec here, I'm just gonna share this so people know we're here.
To the cup.
The technology we have today is just mind-boggling, eh? We'll share here, and we'll go. It's weird how X is now, or Twitter is now X. It's been like that a while. Hey, it's. Somebody else. I think Vancouver needs Kessler. Oh yeah, Ryan Kessler. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
Ah, just right by the hole.
Oh, it just went wide.
This one's just 3 feet. Okay, starting the round above par here today, but hopefully we can shave some strokes off as we progress. Got a par 4 on this one.
So I didn't see any of the game because we had the condo strata meeting tonight. So I'm assuming Demko was in net tonight. Is that right? I thought they would have played Jet Wu tonight just to try him out on the road against
and second shot
like
here
worst team in the league.
Yep, that's going to do just nicely. All right, let's get a birdie and get out of here. What do you say? Oh, this one could drop.
Wow. Oh, just
right by. Here we go. Just a few more inches. All right, let's
I'm
head
sure
over to the next hole, see what
players like Demko and
one over par currently. And teeing her
that's
up
right. Yeah, I'm sure
on
players
the
like
third.
Demko and Miller. Oh, right. They've got, that's amazing. Yeah, hi Tyler. Yeah, because I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays, right? So I can do this for a bit.
Hopefully this one sticks nice for us.
So there's 3 people watching. The third person might be Shannon. Like sometimes she just watches the streams, and when she's laying in bed with Charlie the cat. I thought that Messier guy was kind of a bit rude tonight in Clay's stream, eh? Like that's kind of like he was kind of pushing the line. Like you shouldn't ask someone if they're a man or woman. Like he was just, that was kind of weird.
All right, this next putt for the par.
I haven't seen the new Twister trailer yet. I should check it out.
Putt appears
But I do remember the original one. Like you were saying, it was 96, right? Or 95, 96.
Okay, 1 over on the round currently. Let's see what
I hope
happens
Shannon
here.
feels better soon. Oh yeah, that was kind of neat. Well, I had that sort of planned out that I would walk there after the strata meeting, because she asked early today if I could pick up some treats for Charlie. So I thought, well, I'll get that and the dog thing, and woof woof the dog.
Yeah, you'll take that. Okay, we're about 205 to the pin from here.
No, it's going to hit the post? No, hit the pole.
This is what our
Yeah, we'll
third
get him
shot's
tomorrow.
looking
That's
like.
because that's the actual day, right? Yeah. No, not a real dog. It was a stuffed animal dog, right? If you go to my YouTube channel, it's the most recent video shown. Like,
par after that.
No, a dog would be a bit much for her in her apartment because she has to take it out to walk it, eh?
Ouch, right by the hole. 3 feet left. Okay,
In another video, because you know Shannon doesn't live with me, right? She lives on her own with Charlie. We should do a video. In one of her rooms, she has a whole wall unit just full of stuffies. How many does she have? Well, she's probably got maybe, well, at least 50, maybe even more. Like, and we used to name them, like give them a name, but we'd forget the names of them. That's the thing. Like, see, I've got 2 little stuffed lions here myself. I got this lion.
Yeah, that'll work.
And I got this guy too.
And second shot
right
here on the 5th.
They're fun. They're neat to have, like, in a way. Because I can't have a real pet here. I can't have a cat. I can relate. I collect. That's so cool.
A bit wayward. Okay, here's our 3rd shot. Okay, this will save you par. This putt's tracking. All right, solid putt. And you're 1 over at the moment. Stepping onto a par 4 hole on this one. Oh yeah, I'll approve that. And this one's about 130 yards away.
Yes, I miss the simple, carefree days of being a kid. That's so true.
Okay,
but like whenever I see like a family of a little kid, like sometimes I'm jealous. Like you wish you could trade places with them. Like I want to be the kid again.
Yikes, that went right by. This putt is about 14 feet.
But as you probably have figured out, like once you hit about 20,
all right. Nothing to worry about. Just
when the years go by, they're not as, they go by way faster and they're not as significant.
All right, you're sitting at
like when you're a little kid, when you're like 8 or 9 years old, you go like from grade whatever it is, like 2, 3, all the way up.
Looks like par.
So once you're out of high school, right, that's when the real world hits, right? Like I can't believe I lived in the condo where I live now since about 2016, so that would be 8 years in October. When you think when you're starting out in school in grade 1,
safe approach.
Like by the time you get to grade 8, that's the same 8-year period, but you as a person has changed so much more than you would have in the previous 8 years. Like for me, like you know what I mean, right? And I remember being in elementary school in grade 3, looking up to the grade 7 kids. They seem so old, like. But now when you see a kid in grade 7, well, they're just a little kid, right?
Rolled right by. This one's a 3-foot putt.
What I don't like is people saying dolls are just for kids. It's not true. Adults collect them too. Simple people need to stop the norms. Yeah, that's, and dolls are only for kids. Well, they're not. Like up here, you can't really see him, but there's a Bert doll. You know Bert from Sesame Street? I got him when I was 7 years old in 1977, and he's been pretty much like in the same house as I've been or placed forever. Like,
too bad. A bit of
and I always tell
here.
Shannon, like, hopefully it never happens. If there's ever a
row.
fire here,
Right
that's
now,
when I'm
you are
grabbing
sitting
my
at 3
wallet
over
and keys,
par.
and that's about it. Like,
Okay, 8th hole coming up.
because even though they're just stuffed animals, like they are, it is sort of like emotional. You know what I mean? You get sort of attached to them, like even though it's just like cloth and stuffing, like.
And this one's about 125 yards out.
But Barbies are, yeah, cool to collect stuff, yeah. Is that I agree, people?
Good job. We're on the green.
That's right.
Bring
Yeah, I
things
agree.
down to 2 over. You sink this. Get there.
But I mean, everything has to
man.
own.
Hot. Let's fire up a replay.
Yeah, like the
on that one.
WOW wrestlers. There's a whole other collecting field there with like the wrestling paraphernalia and GI Joe and all that. And there's conventions like all across like the big cities for different things. And
right now you are 2 over par. And as we tee
over.
off here, it's short, par 5 ahead of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, just tapped that one.
I remember the Hot Wheel cars or the Matchbox cars. 2 people collect those.
Okay, hole number 9, shot
Heck,
number 2.
I collect.
Let's see what you got.
Do you know what I got, Shannon? Do you know what another video is? If you haven't seen it on my channel, so if you go under Shannon's reaction, that playlist, there's one a couple years ago. I got her the one called Baby Alive. Right, it was a doll that was popular when she was growing up in the 70s, and she always wanted one for Christmas or birthday. And I don't know if she had one or not, but she always wanted that doll. Right, so I got her one
And
for
the green
a gift, and it was still sealed, like.
And this is your 4th shot. And the chip will go down, and there's your birdie. And if you'll indulge me, let's take one more.
I actually bought a Hot
shot.
Wheel car today when I was at the dollar store. It was of a big Ford van, like, you know, one of the delivery vans. Like, I don't know where I put it. It's here somewhere. I'm bad for that. I'll buy something, right, and I'll put it somewhere and I'll forget where I put it. Like,
One over for the day.
I've done that with DVD movies too. Like, you buy, like at a second-hand store, I buy DVD movies because they have them like for a couple of dollars
See what you can do
sometimes.
here on the 10th hole.
And sometimes I'll buy one and realize when I got home I already have it. But do I watch them? No. Like, I can't remember the last time I put a DVD on, right? But I still buy them regularly. I always said, well, next day off, I'll put it on. I'll put it on, right? But we got into the clay thing, and this, which is great. Like, I'd rather be doing this or watching the clay.
And this one's about 135 yards to go.
I didn't watch Kempter tonight. I just kind of thought, well, I'll just do the clay. Then this. I even have 4 Build-A-Bears named Atlanta Angel Atlas and.
That's a safe shot. And this putt is very,
oh, wow,
very
that's
long.
great. She came for the recovery, buddy. Now, there used to be a Build-A-Bear at the Tawasin Mills Mall on the mainland. I don't think there's any on the island. But was it you telling me, or somebody was telling me there's one at Metrotown Burnaby? Is that correct?
A bit too much power into that putt. Here we go. Let's drop this and get your par.
Yeah, that'd be fun to see that. Too bad they don't have one on the island here somewhere. In Victoria, there's a mall called Hillside Mall. They don't have the Build-A-Bear, but they have these big stuffy animal toys you can ride around on. And they're not just for kids, they have some for adults too. You rent it for so many minutes so you can go around the mall and ride it around.
This putt's good so far. You are currently 2 over. This could be fun. We've got a par 3 on this one. Well, I think this will find the surface. Nice shot. That'll do.
I have a beef with Build-A-Bear. Tried to order a Chiefs jersey as a Swiftie, and because the Chiefs won the Super Bowls, but they won't ship it to Canada. That's terrible. There's ways around that. There's websites you can use to get your stuff shipped to.
And this one for par.
Right, like yeah. I'm not sure how that works, but I've heard people doing that. You can get it shipped to this one location and they'll just reship it.
Just 4 feet left on this one.
That happened to me once. There used to be a show called King of Cars. It was filmed in Las Vegas out of a car dealership called Tobin Dodge.
Here's our look at
and they would
the double bogey.
They'd follow customers around doing car deals and stuff, right?
And that was a good putt.
And
you are sitting at 4 over on the round.
Yeah, I ordered a bunch of stuff for them, like a hat and a license plate frame and all this kind of stuff. And they got an email a couple of days later. They had to cancel the order and refund the money because they don't ship to Canada, which was disappointing. But I do have a license plate frame above where I'm sitting that says Tobin Dodge King of Cars Las Vegas, Nevada, because I asked them, since they won't ship it to me, can I just get one made up, like on another website? And they said that would be fine. Like,
looks like this one should be in the fairway.
Target won't ship to Canada. Remember when they were briefly here in BC, right, in parts of Canada, but they didn't work, like, because they took over some of the Zellers locations.
Nicely played. This putt to take you down to 2 over par.
That's neat how Clay also broadcasts on YouTube and the
no, that was tough.
Instagram at the same time, right?
Hard on that one. We've got a 17-foot putt on this one. Oh my! Here we go. 4 par. A little awkward on this one. 3 putting.
Do you guys ever listen to this, like the Clay stream? Again,
right,
or well, you guys are pretty much in all of them. Like sometimes if I miss part of one,
all right,
I'll listen to it.
13th.
Like the podcast, or just watch the video again with the sound, with the sound, so I can hear it. Like,
Man, you got a hold of that
I
one.
had Hot Wheels as a kid. I think my mom has them. I have a Tesla Hot Wheel I got last year. I keep on my nightstand. That's kind of neat.
This one's about 105
And sometimes
yards
I
out.
like to rewatch them if I miss something, like. Because I pretty much always watch it on my main computer here on the left that has a 27-inch monitor, but sometimes if I go to bed early, I'll just watch it on the phone.
Oh, good work out there. You found the green there, and that's understating it. This would take your score to 3 over if you get this. Nice putt in there for birdie. Let's see what happens here on number 14.
Number 14, there it is.
This one's heading to the fairway, I think.
You got the wind of 5 miles an hour, so if you put it here, it should carry it onto the green. Well, I actually went a lot further on the green than I thought it was going to go, but that's good.
Look at you go. On the green and under regulation. Putting for eagle here. Good stuff. All right, this next putt for eagle.
Oh no, I don't think we'll get this one, and we'll get it. We'll get it in the vicinity, as they say. How did Shannon
11 feet to
deal with the pandemic early on? Well, she just stayed at her apartment with her cat Charlie, because in those days she wasn't working at a Walmart yet.
It could be a good
right,
one.
but it was tough for her because, like, she, like in the very beginning, she couldn't go out at all.
In a row of
right, and you weren't supposed to mingle with other people, like unless they're in your immediate household.
See what happens here.
But I would still go down because I would just wear like a mask and all that, and we never went out anywhere. But that was quite something when they were shutting down like the stores, and we went to a restaurant where there was no dine-in, right? It was just takeout only, right? That's right. And that's when people like the DoorDash and the Skip the Dishes, when they really took off and got a lot of business. But you couldn't even, like, a couple of times. I think one time she was in the hospital during COVID because it was her asthma at that time, I think. And when she was in a couple of weeks, I couldn't even go visit her. So to get stuff to her, you'd have to go to the hospital. They had somebody at the front, and you'd have to tell them who it was for and what room they were in. And
okay, here's a chance to get down to 1 over par. Just a little too much power. 5 feet to the cup from here.
Well, that's good. I wish I could have even a fish here, a pet, but I don't think I'm allowed to have any pets here because they're worried. Even you can get a smaller fish tank, it would still it's against the rules.
This one's tracking. Nicely done. We're in there for the par.
But see, like when they first declared COVID, I thought it was going to be
2 over par at the moment.
Like a couple of weeks, so we'll just be like have this for a couple of weeks. They'll figure it out. But when they start shutting down the NHL entirely in all the major league sports, then you know it's big time. I can relate. Is in the hospital in 2020. We couldn't see her. Oh no way! That's so sad. Sorry for your loss. See, with my dad, he passed away in September 2019. So just before this happened, like...
Good shot. Here we go. Drop this one for birdie.
It was hard for me there. Yeah, that's true. Like, there were several people that thought it was a conspiracy, but I just hope we never have to go through that ever again, anything like that.
Yeah, that's going right by the hole, isn't it?
Like, we're still not 100% out of it. Like, when I visit my doctor, you got to have the mask on, and when you go to the hospital here, they want you to have it on.
Okay, moving on.
If you're visiting, like...
And 2 strokes above par.
And still, when you go into some stores, you see people with the masks on. Yeah, it was tough for a lot of people.
Oh my, that was a vulgar display of power on that drive. Let's get out of this bunker and on our way.
Just before the shutdown, me and Shannon were at a Royals game on a Sunday afternoon, right? And I remember asking one of the regular ticket guys, are we still going to be playing Friday, Saturday? Because I hear this COVID, they're starting to shut things down, right? And he said, as far as I know, we're still playing, but we'll let you know. Right, so then it came the Wednesday. Me and Shannon went to the white spot. Unfortunately, we talking to the waiter, and I said, well, we thought we'd come in one last time. It looks like they're going to shut things down right because of this COVID. He says, you know what? We got the call 10 minutes ago that when we shut down today, like we're shutting down today at 5 o'clock, and we don't know when we're opening again. So that was kind of weird. We were one of the last ones in.
Oh, that was almost in. All right, putting here for bogey. All right, now let's see what the scorecard says. And currently sitting at 3 over par. And best of luck as you bring this one on home here on the 18th hole. And hopefully this one's nice and safe in the fairway.
So my watch hours now in the last year are like 2,500. You got to get 3,000, and you can start doing the membership things, and they'll show commercials at the beginning and end of your streams, and you can make a tiny bit of money. But I'm not in it for that. But even if you make $10 a month, that's better than not making $10, right? I think I told you this before. There's one guy I watch sometimes on YouTube, and he lives in England, and he does the Gran Turismo, the car racing, and he does it like 8-9 hours a day, and he makes so much money at it.
Decent approach.
He can afford to have an office downtown where he lives, and that's where he broadcasts from.
24-footer.
And you know how people in Clay's stream gift memberships. So one night I was in one of his stream. There's 1,000 people watching. And somebody gifted a single membership, the $5 membership, and somehow I got it, which was so fluky like.
Just kind of squirted off the green.
Oh,
there.
I
That's
see.
no
What was that one? I see
shot.
Trudeau flags in my hometown. Needless to say, I think he's done his PM. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who the new one is.
Ooh, there we go. Chipping it in to end your round. Well done. Well, that's worth another look. Let's see what happened there. And as this round comes to an end, it'll be +3 for you. Well, that's it for me. This is where we
I think I'll do one more 9-hole course. So we got a... Items, continue. It's hard to pick one because some of them are just ones that people made. Sometimes they become unplayable. Well, let's just try this one. This will be good. Yeah, because there's 3 people watching tonight, so that counts. If we're all in here for an hour, that counts as 3 hours towards the goal time, which is kind of neat in a way. Like, the more people you have, the better. Like, but you can't just watch your own videos. Like, leave your computer running, looping your own videos, because it knows your account. You'd have to do a separate computer, I think, and even then it would catch on quite quickly if you're watching the same video over and over again to get your hours up. Like, but there's one of the guys that I know that he works at the wholesale clubs, like a grocery store. He watches my videos quite a bit, and sometimes he'll put a playlist on in the background and set it run. So if he does that once in a while, like that will get my hours up, but it's not like he's doing it 24/7. Like,
Hello there and welcome to the nature. My name's John. Happy to be here, and I'm happy to have
this
you
looks
along
like a
with me.
fairly simple one,
Got a
but
par
I don't
4
know.
in front of us as we begin. Let's get after it. Okay, there we go. This one's about 100 yards out. I hope you dialed in a bit of backspin on this one. And it turns out, no problems. You're on the green, A-OK. And here's a 13-footer.
Now we got somebody else watching. When I used to do the Gran Turismo racing back in the PlayStation 3 days, that was, that would have been about 10 years ago now. Like, I would start out and say, okay, I'm only going to race you guys for like an hour tonight, right? Then somebody else would come in the room
Just
and race. Oh, you can't go yet, Rob. You got to do one more race. Like,
here we go, par putt.
sometimes I watch it on the TV, like, or on YouTube. I went through a phase where I was watching these golf channels, like GM Golf and these other people that were like teaching people how to golf. And I went through a phase doing that. Then I got into this Canucks stuff,
bogey putt here.
right? And the one I watched quite a bit now is Van City Van Life, the guy that has the box van that lives in the box van up island, but he does travel around BC, like.
Par 4. Ooh, someone's not in the mood to lay up. This is fun. Let's see how you do from the green side.
It's kind of neat for me because he lives up in Parksville, BC, and when he travels around, the guy can see some of the streets that he travels on. Like,
that one. This putt's about 4 feet. There's a way to bounce back. Birdie on this one after bogeying the last. I like it.
But I don't know where exactly he lives in Parksville, but like some of the streets I've seen him drive on, I know where they are. Like, and
this third hole has in store for us.
But it's always a couple of days out. Like, there was one time he was at a place near where I live called Sachs Point, like down that's maybe 2K from here. But the video he recorded was like 2 days prior, right? So he wasn't there then when I was watching it.
Well, that'll do for now. Best of luck on this one. Got a lot of real estate to cover here.
But he has a big white, like, .40 cone line. It's got like Van City Van Life
setting
stickers
up
all over
6
it.
feet from the cup.
So if I saw it, I knew it was him. But that's the kind of thing where I'd recognize him for sure, but he wouldn't recognize me or Shannon because he's never seen us because he hasn't done like a live stream where he's talked to fans like.
And after that one, we're staying right there at even par.
But we'd well, you've met Clay, that's right. You met him last spring, that's right. But even if you hadn't met him, you would recognize him because of the Zoom things.
Okay, second shot here on the 4th. It's heading for it. You're going to like that, won't you? Here we go, birdie putt. Oh, yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it. And after that one, you're going down to 1 under. Let's see what we can do here on the 5th. Oh, yeah. That's a gutsy play. Look at this. Drive in the green and got a putt for eagle coming up.
Yeah, you right. Meet him sometime.
And this putt for eagle.
But do you notice he hasn't done the meetups lately? The last one he had was a year ago, January, the one that I went over to. Right, that was, it must have been a Sunday afternoon. What had to be, because I went there and back the same day. Now, he was going to have one a couple months later, but he canceled it at the last minute because the Monkey 9 Brewery was double booked.
5 foot.
But you notice he doesn't mention Monkey 9 anymore in the streams, right? Because they're actually being taken over by another company. Like the pub is still there, and the bowling alley, so there was a different name now.
Alrighty, down to 2 under par after that. All right, stepping up.
But the location of Monkey 9 was perfect for me because it was only a 20-minute drive off the ferry. Well, again, you've seen that. If you've seen my YouTube channel, you saw that video when I drove over there. Now, I intended in recording like right from my condo to the ferry, but it didn't work for some reason. It didn't record because the wire I had was broken. So the first part of that video I recorded with my phone, like just down on the console, like then the rest was a dash cam.
$14 feet to the cup from here. Let's keep this going.
Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. It's
work out there.
Another year. Remember when we were kids in elementary school, you'd get, especially in younger grades, you would get a Valentine for almost everyone in the class. So I remember, like in grade 3 and 4, you'd make the little mailboxes out of the craft paper and stick on your desk and decorate it all up. And the kids would put your gift, not your gift, but your Valentine card in.
Maybe a little too strong on this.
So the next one, I guess, is St. Patrick's Day then on the 17th of March, is it?
Well, you ended up just fine after that one. Long putt ahead of you, but that's okay. This one for the birdie. This one's a 7-footer.
I had my Valentine's Day party like 5th grade on the same day. My mom was late with my youngest sibling. Valentine's Day must have fallen on a week in that year. And next, St. Patrick's Day. Then Easter, but Easter, that's the one that changes, right? Like it's not always on the same
Just right by the hole.
date, because when we went to California with the kids in 2008,
Okay,
like it was,
bogey putt.
no, that was Ottawa that year. No, I mixed up. I can't remember, like. Or it was the Rexton one in 2014. We were in Rexton, New Brunswick, because we were at a house that had like a kid that was about 9 or 10, right? And he set up an Easter egg hunt for me and the other coach that stayed there.
Ooh.
So that was kind of fun.
And this one for triple bogey. Oh, it's getting there. That'll do. Okay, after that hole, your score goes up to even par. This one looks like
and
a
it's
play.
Family Day on Monday. This coming Monday's Family Day, right? Which is a newer holiday, like.
Looking like about 185 yards out.
Oh, when's that coming out, Fangirl? Toy Store 5.
Okay, we're on the green. Here's an 18-footer. Looking very nice. Oh,
I think I saw Toy Story 1 or the original one. So when would that have been out? Like the years go by so fast, I get mixed up sometimes. Like
to 2 under. Teeing this one up on hole number 9.
oh, Grand Theft Auto GTA.
Unfortunate. I'm liking that one.
Like
Nice
in the
chip.
90s. Okay, that's what I thought. So
Okay,
it might have been like mid 90s.
Okay, the par putt.
So I probably rented it on VHS back in the day.
Right, as
Like
this one comes to a close, 2 under par for you. Well, that's just about it for me here today. Hopefully you had a decent amount of fun. Scratch that. Hopefully you had a whole lot of fun. I hope that for you. Thanks again. See you soon.
yeah. Now I'm one of those people that does get you know, when you read it back a video game, it says may cause dizziness in certain players. I'm one of those persons that has that with anything moving fast on the screen in a game. It does affect me. Like I talked to my nephew about that's a computer expert, right? And he said if you had a higher quality monitor with a higher refresh rate, it shouldn't bother you, like, or it may not bother you. I said, well, how come I can play the sports games like the golf or the driving He said, well, those ones are more predictable, like they don't have, it's not as fast moving, right? Because this TV I'm watching here, it's a pretty old TV now. It's about 10 years old. But anyway, I think I will call it a night because it is getting late. It's 1 o'clock here, almost 10 to 1 here. Right now I should be up relatively early. So thank you for watching this stream and Clay's stream. And we'll see you all soon here. So thanks for coming by and watch my other videos if you have a chance. Thank you so much, everyone.